also a hero that can pressure a Doom lane.
Yep.
When you pick up a kind of passive Earthshaker support like this as a 4 or 5, but if you pick up a core that's strong, a simple Fisher block that doesn't do any damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Also, a neat pick because it can go mid theoretically if they do decide the best pick for the game is going to be some kind of
Radiant
miracle safe lane farmer. They can run a Lesh mid.
All right, well, Excess Vampire gets another signature hero for him. This is one of his most heroes, I believe.
It's his redemption game. He needs to step it up.
Yeah, he does. And if this is the hero for him, then I'm all for it because this is a playmaking hero. It's what they need.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know if redemption might be too strong of a word, Gods. I'm going to say this is his game to prevent himself from getting kicked. Not fully redeeming himself, just keeping himself in the game, you know?
Yeah. Prove himself.
He's still got the minor to go, you know. They're not going to kick him before then, right?
Are you sure? No.
Oh, wait, that's happened before.
It has happened. And there's some...
No man in their right mind would do something like that.
Position 4 free agents out there.
There is.
Dire team band.
Puck last band coming out for Nigma. I mean, we are looking for an FN hero.
God, this looks like a Meepo game for Nigma, I think, if you don't ban that, maybe. You always got to consider it when you're versing them. If you're looking at mids, that can scale and be your objective taker because you have this safe lane Lesh. You might be afraid of it. Like right now, none of the heroes deal with Meepo
10
well
seconds
at all.
remaining.
Some of the most
5 seconds remaining.
FN. He was a quad player, similar to Puck. We've seen like no Storm Spirit, by the way.
No, we saw ban previous game.
What?
But that's about it. Like we see him banned sometimes. It's very risky to go for something like a Queen of Pain or even Shadow Fiend or something if you're Gambit because there is the chance that Nigma is just going to counter, right? They're just going to put the Shrek safe lane.
Dire team pick. Radiant
They ban out
team
the
pick.
Medusa still. Pick up the Pug now.
They definitely needed some more damage. This Slark Doom cores, you're not really bursting anyone down. Some additional kill threat.
Yeah, they definitely needed like a very mid-game sort of hero, which is where like those Quops, Linas, those sort of heroes would fit in. Pugna has
10
that
seconds
special benefit of being able to a lot of intelligence heroes with it. But other than that, I don't feel like super great about this pickup. Just because I don't know how well they can protect the
Naga Siren.
Now it's going to get a whole lot harder when a Naga Siren strolls up to a team fight. Plus, now I don't think they have, like this Gambit lineup does not have a whole lot of lane shove, and that's a problem specifically against like Naga Siren split, right? Where you struggle to be able to push the lane outs and get enough map control that you can group up.
Yeah, they banned the PL against the Slark. I feel like Naga is, we've not been seeing much of it, but it's kind of just like a slightly lower tier than the PL, but does a very similar thing. But does one thing much better, which is the lane shove. And this feels like a really tough game for Gambit to address this Naga Siren.
So we've established Nigma won the draft.
10 seconds remaining.
Gambit still has a chance to prove that they can play and strategize
5 seconds
at the
remaining.
same level as Nigma. What needs to happen for them to be able to play their strategy?
It's all about the lanes. Get those hero matchups. You pick this Slark first two against the Timber. You need to get that lane matchup. You need to come out on top. Doom's a really strong laning hero as well. They have very poor team fight, I feel like, on Gambit's side. So win these lanes, get some good matchups, and kind of snowball there.
Even more specifically to me is the Excess Vampire FN duo. I think that they've got to accomplish more in the mid lane than they did last time around, because I think it's actually more beneficial this game. A Leshrac could run over this lineup. It's good against Slark. It's good against Enchantress. If it's far enough ahead, it doesn't care about Doom. They got to make sure that Weehaw isn't too big.
All right, once again, look at that middle lane. lane then. But again, this time maybe especially also don't forget about the Farmer Miracle somewhere on the side, because that may just be your doom. This is elimination on the line. Game 2 coming your way with OD Pixel and this.
Thank you very much, CBS. Indeed, I'm here with Lacoste, getting ready for Game 2 between Nigma and Gambit. We see the draft, the panel, they didn't seem very hopeful for what Gambit has. I mean, from your perspective, looking at the draft, what do you think Gambit's trying to do with this lineup? And can they do it against the heroes that Nigma has?
Make our day quick. They have no team fight, no catch with the Doom. Like, you want to have something like a Disruptor, like a glimpse of tons people who are good chasing. Otherwise, you're just going to get Fisher blocks or Nagastar, and you do not have a clear target in this game. And it's not a good Slark game. They picked a lot of good counters. There's too much AoE spells that can be thrown without targeting the heroes. You have Timbersaw, you have Lashrak, one of the hardest counters in Slark.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, looking at the Slark, what he's going to have to build again, he is going to need quite an early BKB to get anything done in these team fights, surely.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, fighting without it, it's going to be sort of borderline impossible. So we'll see sort of what timings Gambit can hit, as of course an all-important game to keep them going. And my goodness, didn't expect that one.
Definitely not.
Miracle Snapfire. All right, okay. So let's just confirm what everyone else is doing. It is okay. Just sort of that's the switch up. Kuro's playing the Lesh. Weehar's back on a Timber. Mind Control, Naga Siren.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay. Let's see. Last time they sort of did this sort of role switch around.
It did not end up well.
It did not. This time it's not as crazy, right, as the switcher we saw earlier, really is. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Miracle's going to do on the Snapfire and see sort of what priorities are going to be taken. But as it does look, it's going to, Kuro's going to be playing especially the core by the looks of it, right?
Yeah, looks like it,
Yeah,
judging by his Q. Once again, a couple of non-talismans. V, of course, mid lane on that Timbersaw. Mind Control. Maybe he just has better illusion control, Well,
let's see. See what his micro control's like as the Naga Siren. And very interested to see Nigma do this. Obviously, their draft earlier was definitely a topic of conversation. And this one, I mean, they're definitely sort of doing this to show that they can do this. Yeah. But if it falls flat on their face the second time today, people are going to be pointing fingers and having a bit of a chuckle.
If Nigma loses this game, we're going to rename Kyle to Kyle is always angry instead of wrong.
Oh yeah, Kyle's going to be fuming backstage. Wow, this is, yeah. I mean, I would say we didn't expect it, but hey, they did it in Game 2 last series. They're doing it in Game 2 here. So, well, let's sort of sit back and watch and see how it all pans out for Nigma. As indeed, Kuro is going to be here on the top lane trying to farm away, and we'll be backed up by the support of Miracle and GH. So with the Fisher into the stun, a bit of harassment here onto Dream as Dream tries best to run. They're going to chase this. He has got the level 1 pound.
That's not what you want to have.
Denied.
Level 1 pounds.
No.
While the enemy is tri-laning you. Good body blocks, some harassment on FNG's Enchantress. If they decide to keep this tri-lane, position 4 hero from Gambit needs to rotate top.
Yeah, it's going to be far too hard for Dream really to get anything done against these three. As you said with the pound, sure he can keep himself safe, but he's never really going to get the chance to get in close to the heroes and try and go for the creep themselves. They're diving in, they've got the stuns, do they have quite the burst to bring FNG down? They do. First blood goes to Kuro. He is the carry now. So we'll get that bonus goal to start things off in this lane. Off to a great start for Nigma up top. There's some of these other matchups. 10-4 on FN's Pugner, as he's doing excellently against the Weehart Timbersaw early. Is this sort of expected in a 1v1? Would you consider Pugner the stronger hero?
Early levels,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He almost used all his mana,
tower
and
is
we didn't
under
use
attack.
pretty much any of his. So once he starts using that Whirling Death to secure the creeps, if he gets the creepified, he's still gonna catch up. There's no way you kill Timbersaw in this lane. Once he gets level 3, level 5, harassment is pretty much not gonna do anything Fisher block.
He FNG again, if they can find the forward stun. This time FNG's able to juke it, but he's still getting brought down incredibly low. Jump forward here as GH moves in. Another kill for Nigma over the sky lane. XS Vampire's now finally come across to try and do something in return, but still it's hard to fight into these heroes now that they've got this sort of early power peak. As they're looking for Dream. Dream does hit the level 3. GH trying to block him off. He'll be able to pounce away in time. Vampire also rolling in, but now Vampire, he's put himself in an awkward position. GH, Fisher entirely off the mark. Maybe just in an attempt to block him, but he won't even be successful at that. It was maybe just with the player from the cooking miracle. He fuels GH, sends him forward. It doesn't matter that the Fisher didn't connect, as XS Vampire will still die.
For a second, I thought that was Aghanim Scepter on Earthshaker already
He's like
done.
little Johnson, like, hang on, what's going on? But no, it's Miracle cooking up those cookies. And GH, he's a huge fan of the stuff there, as it's getting them the kills every single time. Having this triple stun lineup up here makes it very hard for Gambit to play into.
What type of cookie do you think that is? Chocolate chip? Is it?
Oh, I mean, I'd hope it's sort of white chocolate and raspberry. That's normally the kind of cookie I'm partial to.
Do you know
What about
that white
yourself?
chocolate is not actually a chocolate?
No, you don't. That's blasphemy. Don't say that. I love it. What about yourself? Oh yeah, you're more sort of an oatmeal kind of guy, or?
Soy milk? Ooh, yeah.
I didn't say soy. I said oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal. No, that's worse.
That's worse.
I don't think I ever touched that in my life. Doesn't seem very tasty just by looking at it, you know?
Sure, it's not the prettiest of cookies, but it's
God, I
not
think I'm
bad.
gonna be sick.
Gotta give it a chance sometime. But no, I'm sure, you know, Miracle's got a good selection. He's here to please. I'm sure he's got whatever his teammates like. Stored in the good old bag of Granny, ready to pop. Oh yeah, this top lane. See the CS. Slark's still farming, despite some of the chaos. 19 CS, it's not terrible. You know, the Dream's being able to find the creep wave because with this pressure, the wave has constantly been pushing in towards his tower. And now we have the back low supports. They are able to make space to allow Dream to get the farming lane. Seeing bottom mind control, having no trouble at all down here. You know, Shashlo trying his best to trade farm, but Mind Control, of course, able to easily come out on top with the illusions. Just something that Shashlo is not going to be able to deal with really on his own at the early stages as a Doom. The illusions are just going to be able to trade with him much more successfully and contest CS much easier.
His armor is extremely low at the early levels. And he will get the farm. It's a solo lane Doom, which means the Navarro Gold will start kicking in. I'm afraid that he can't make enough moves. This Earth Spirit will need to do a lot. Like his catch potential from that roll, they're gonna rely on that so much.
Well,
oh, courier train.
Oh, he's gonna get the lessons as well.
Radiant's
Didn't get the
courier
memo.
has been killed.
All right, XS Vampire taking a bit of a page out of FNG's book from last game.
That's almost 100 gold for his team.
For everybody.
Yeah.
100, yeah, that's a lot of
500
baboon.
gold almost.
Easy money. It's all right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane. Kuro's farm still continues. He's not doing great for the kills that they've found. Kuro's having trouble hitting the CS. As see maybe them turn back towards action. FNG and Vampire trying to go in onto Miracle, but straight away with the pressure. The stuns, it's just too much. It's so hard for Gambit to fight into this. Anytime they step forward, the hero just gets immediately punished. Both Vampire and Dream, they can't really turn up because they're these two melee heroes. If they get in, they're dead for sure. And even the Ench, even though she's got that range, she's just so squishy. One stun and the combo's going to be there. She's going to get knocked out of the lane every single time. They've got to be careful how they feed away kills to this lane, whereas I say Kuro, he's not necessarily farming the creeps, he's farming kills.
That's 3 stuns in this lane, which is pretty easy to set up. With the Fisher, pretty easy also to follow things up. Vampire wants to play some Observer Ward to hunt the couriers once again.
Seems to be what he is going to focus on. We could talk obviously about the gold, but as we saw last game, it really wasn't enough to help Gambit. The courier killing not necessarily turning into a game win. Up top, an attempt with the rolling. GH is able to juke it. Quick push forward and return with a 3-man Fisher. Vampire won't be able to have any further lockdown to chase them. Gambit just can't get in for the kills, even with his haste rune. FN's trying to chase on forward, but they don't have any follow-up. XS Vampire already using the roll forward, doesn't want to dive any further towards the towers. This is a movement where FN gets nothing, and we are going to have a bit of time to start putting some pressure onto Tier 1 mid with FN leaving.
That's not how you want to gank. There was a Observer Ward behind Tier 1 tower on the top lane also. He was just healing the creep instead of draining Reed's life.
forward. They're going to have the backup to get the kill. Miracle comes across to help out WeHart.
It's too damn
Look at the cookie action from Miracle. He sure knows how to bake it. He's making so much happen from that top lane, tri lane with cookie action to move in the mid. He's getting the kills done with the help of his teammates.
And now Timbersaw is level 7, 4 points in reactive armor, 1500 HP. You cannot kill this guy unless you pop a Doom. Shotchlow, level 7 casual, no points in Doom yet.
He may be in trouble here.
I heard you want to take the
Last time I saw that, K1
I
was
know
playing
about
good.
Shashlo, he's going to run. He's speedy with the phase and the storage charge. They have anything else to catch him. Miracle.
Radiant courier.
He's looking for the cast. He's going to have to slow in a second. We'll clip him. Is it enough? The Fisher will be up in a second. Out it goes. Buying time for Mind Control to get in. He needs sort of a pocket proc on the passive if he wants to find this. Another cookie. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These cookies, even when they don't hit, causing a lot of problems for Gambit. I mean, so far, the role switch in this game, it's looking pretty good for Nigma. Miracle certainly knows how to play the Snapfire. And this tri-lane has given Kuro this decent start on the left. Still, the farm he's struggling with. They're seeing even on the top lane, the press they're putting, the Dream Spark is ahead of Kuro's Leshrac. Towards mid, turning it towards FNG. We are going to cut across to start to force FM back. FNG needs to come back to this map. Is going to come in the combo. Looks towards Miracle. They'll be able to turn and take it. Getting the Snapfire off the map. It will cost FNG his life. But they do put an end to the rain that Snapfire was having up and down.
Doom has a point in his ulti, so someone should try to TP bottom. It's Vampire. He needs to step up.
Yeah, he's got to make a move now. You've got to use this power that Shashlo's hit. Try and punish Mind Control, as Mind Control's farm has been very solid down it. The farm and the career kills is keeping Gambit even in net worth. Dream is level 8. Despite all the deaths that they were having up top, it hasn't knocked this Slark off his game.
It's hard to kill Slark right now. Okay, there it is.
And this works just as good as a kill down bottom. The movement's made. They'll get the pick off. Dream is going to be focused. Does manage to juke out the stun. He's shooting up the shadow down, but behind the AoE. The Leshrac, just such a strong hero against the Slark, being able to reliably do damage through that ultimate.
Oh, he overextended. Like, you should just be able to pounce away from their combo. Use ulti and run away.
I was just a little tempted with seeing Kuro as low as he was. Felt that he could get away with the kill. Wasn't to be the case.
Illusion.
2k lead for Gambit. They're playing the farm well.
A lot of that gold difference come from the 2 courier kills and the Doom's Devour. Like, look at the kills, 8-2 for Nigma, but Gambit is finding the farm on the map, plus those courier kills, of course.
And it's just sort of the question for Nigma in this lineup, when they do this sort of role switch up, sure, you know, mechanically they're going to have the ability to make plays. What can they sort of lead that into? Mid lane they will make that movement. They'll be able to get him on top of FN, see if they can get Vampire as well, and lay down the Magnetize. They're going to dive on forward. We are connect with the Timber Chain and his Chakram. The rotation comes in and Nigma, they'll clean up kills, and they'll also take this tier 1 tower nice and early here. 11 minutes in, it's gone.
If Lightfrog is watching this from his office in Seattle, I totally bought Timbersaw a bit more. No, doesn't seem like balanced hero to me, huh?
I mean, maybe, who knows how the mind of the amphibious man works.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And
Dire's top tower has
seconds
fallen.
really, taking the mid and top tier 1 away without any reaction from Gambit. Maybe a little bit of a worry. We saw last game Gambit losing a lot of objectives and not really achieving much in return. This time round, still very early days. They're losing towers, but they are farming well. They're 3 cores in a grand place. Just a question of what sort of item timing they're going to look to really make plays happen. As last game as well, we saw them farm well, but it never came together in time before Nigma was able to close down the game.
There you go.
Pure damage, extremely efficient.
Dire's middle tower
against
is
Timbersaw.
under attack.
Enchantress does not care about the armor.
Let's see if they can try and kill him off return. He's able to break the drain here with the Timber Chain. They do also have Shashlo moving in for the side. He's going to go for the TP. Look who's there waiting for him. Shashlo in the perfect place. As we have felt he was safe enough to Timber and TP out was not the case. Gambit.
Dyer's
Big
top
kill
tower
here.
is
We
under
are
attack.
starting to get a little out of control around the spin lane. Talking about control, mind control. 2,400 gold into the defusal. This is not going to be a fun situation for the supports on Gambit in particular. Once that defusal blade's done, these illusions are going to be pretty hard for the heroes of Gambit to clear out successfully.
Usually it's Manta style into Diffusal Blade. Like once you get Manta style, you have ways of dispelling the silences, the Cripify, and you farm more. So it's kind of a farming item you do not want to fight. But if he gets that Diffusal Blade, Nigma's saying, yeah, we want to take this fight. And he just bought two blades.
Yeah, he's going in on it. Talk about going in, Vampire. He's trying to go on to Mind Control. Mind Control has got the song available if he feels threatened. And he won't be feeling threatened at all, as he's got the TP backup from Kuro. GH in. He's surrounded, he's stuck. FNG cannot escape with the Fissure from GH holding him into the cliff edge. They're getting all of these kills. It really is such a similar situation to last game. Nigma, they're farming heroes. Gambit continue to farm creeps well. Down bottom, Dream gonna walk into Kuro. Dream with a consistent level advantage, but still scared. Kuro, as we saw before, as this ledge does so much to the Slark through his ultimate. And of course, Dream not quite sure where the backup would be and doesn't want to make the same mistake as he made earlier when he overcommitted onto
Dyer's
a ledge.
middle tower is
A lot of
under
this farm
attack.
is shared between Kuro, we, and Mind Control. If you're asking yourself who's the real carry here, I don't have an answer, but definitely Mind Control has a
Radiant Courier.
very good early game.
Chasing. Morgan's doing a good job trying to save We Are with the
Cookie.
They got it, Cam. For the second time now where Weehar's shown himself mid, and Gambit, they are using the abilities they have
Radiant's
right now.
middle tower
They're
is
playing
under attack.
that little bit more active than they were at this
Radiant
portion of
structures
game one.
are
They
fortified.
recognize that they cannot let Nigma get away with these constant kills that they're farming on the map, and they're reacting now.
GH is so close to Blink Dagger, 300 gold away. Oh, a little bit of a misuse time.
Doom's down on Kuro. It will be bounced away by the cookie. Can Gambit get in any deeper to continue to chase? Vampire
Radiant's
goes
middle
forward,
tower
get the magnetite
has
down
fallen.
into the three of them. That's going to do a lot to Kuro. Kuro's got to split back with a song. Oh, it could have been it slams there. Mind Control with the perfect song setup. It enables them to kill 4. They're going to kill 5. Vampire's done up in the tree. And Mind Control, a beautiful song. One of the best songs we've seen as Gambit. They just group up, and it was almost as if they forgot that the song would be there ready to do that.
Sign up for Eurovision, because this song was one of the best I've seen lately for sure. And they already used the Doom, they used the silence on Earth Spirit.
Dyer's
Nothing he
middle
can do
tower
about
is
it. It
under
looks like it's
attack.
gonna be a disaster, but it's all it takes. One good song, even without the Blink Dagger and
Dyer's
Earthshaker,
structures
they
are
turn things
fortified.
around.
Yeah, and these sort of songs, there's a lot of potential for them to happen because of this draft from Gambit, going for these 3 melee heroes. Slark, Earth Spirit, and Doom, they all want to be on top of the target.
Tower
So
is
it's
under
very
attack.
hard for them to play in a way that doesn't end up in them all being very bunched up.
You said Slark's gonna need a fast BKB. See that replay again.
I mean, it was beautiful. As you said, as soon as he opened
just kidding.
his voice, so we are going to have to watch back in the action. As they did poke on top, they took the tap. It did cost Kuro his life. Maybe Gambit can pick something else out of this here as GH, he's being chased. See if he's able to separate away from them. It's been the Crep live train, but the cookie's there to bounce him out. GH will live.
Slark going straight for that BKB after the Diffusal Blade.
And we'll get to see it now. I mean, he
First time's
deserves
the
it. We've got
charm.
to see it once more. Could not be any better for Nigma, taking down every single member of Gambit off the back of that Song of the Siren. Mind Control really making it work. Armed excellently down bottom, and now his involvement couldn't be any better. As down bottom lane, there, Arrows take creep away before TP's coming back towards the river. Finds Miracle alone. Turn over towards We Are. Do end up killing off Access Vampire down on that bottom lane. Still very satisfying to see Gambit play that a
Dyer's
little more
bottom
active than
tower
they
is
did in
under
game
attack.
1. Even though it did just result in them getting team wiped, but still the difference not really shown. You know, normally you expect a team wipe and then a considerable jump up in
Dyer's
difference.
bottom
It's only
tower is
2k gold in
under
it, and Gambit know that they are still very capable of making plays right now, particularly with the Song of Siren on cooldown. They want to go, they want to find these pickoffs when Mind Control is not able to retaliate and turn the fight around.
It's really tough for them because catch is limited. Doom is used on a target. Earth Spirit needs to roll in. If there's a good Fisher to block them off, that Doom is just going to be used for nothing.
Definitely one of the trickier ones to go on. Shasso, he's in though, and I say that, they make quick work with him. It's been a third time now where they do have a considerable amount of magic damage to take this Timbersword down in seconds. Slowing down WeHar's game and continue to propel them off their 3 cores. You definitely have to be careful if you're Nigma about fighting around Gambit's lineup. Mind Control, back to finding space. It's 3-0-3 at the moment and he's pushing it mid lane. They're getting an aggressive going. Ramming them down, putting a stop to it all. Gambit, they try and get in and aggressive. Kuro's going to tick down pretty low.
He's attacking Kuro.
Deny him. Miracle takes him out.
Dyer's top
A
tower
lot
is
of things
under
coming
attack.
on him.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2 times in mid where Gambit have just pushed a little too far and Nigma, they've just punished them for it. First time around it was 5 heroes, this time around it's 3. They've got to be careful. Sure, the goals are that difference, but you've got to imagine the experience is really starting to add up for Nigma.
Problem is, you have 3 melee heroes. You need to get close against Earthshaker, Timbersaw. It's the perfect game. Miracle, 2 and 13 on this hero.
He's just trying to run into the board of them. He's kind of crazy.
That's what they call speeding, I guess.
I mean, yeah, textbook. That was not a great idea. And you can see it from a mile off. I mean, Gambit, I think sort of those plays in mid, Nigma just have shattered them. And now they're just looking completely lost.
Play stupid games, though, and win stupid prizes.
Yeah. Oh dear, Gambit. A mistake too many, perhaps. As they've got to
Dyer's
tighten
middle
it up.
tower is under attack.
Now, with that, Nigma, they'll step away from Roche. The 3 heroes down, they know how fast they can push with the legs. They'll just go back to taking away more map control. Of course, in turn, making it harder for Gambit to ever get over to that Roche pit to test them.
TP is coming out. Lash is ready to take a fight.
GH has got his blink back up. He's ready to close this gap. Keeping an eye on exactly where he's heading. See if he can find it once more. Shashto is speedy, but he's out of vision. And will have the speed to get away. GH won't quite be able to stay on target. Also, he's still thinking about going, but no further vision or connection. So Shashto will manage to walk away. And Nigma, they went for the tier 2, but they are still yet to go back into the pit. They do still respect the team fight that Gambit can bring. I mean, well, I said the team, it's not really much of a team fight. Gambit's strength's definitely in the pick-off area. Which is something that they just haven't found any opportunity to do. Every time, Nigma, they've been grouped up, ready to react, and they've got great counterplays. You go on a hero, they're going to get cookied out. They're going to get Song of Sirens, there's going to be the safety to walk away, or even a Fisher from GH who's just going to block off plays from Gambit.
Yo, there's clumsy net. It's being pinged out for a very long time. Mind Control is like, dude, I already have net. I don't need a second one.
Double net action. I mean, there's a lot of heroes that will happily take it. Maybe even Kuro having some sort of setup for the stun can be incredibly reliable. And then into Roche they go. Last time, Gambit tried to head over it with Dream, ended up in a huge mess. They're not going to head over this time. Nigma having more space to take this Roche, get the Aegis onto Kuro. They'll head back over to mid, and it just feels like Gambit are slipping into sort of the same problems they had in game 1. They're just not being able to make any sort of plays with these heroes.
It feels like they're not playing Dota at the moment. There's no real motivation. It feels like is used, and that's all. Let's run onto them.
So what they can get is Shashro. He's into the trees. What does he want to drop the Doom on? He's holding onto it for now. Doesn't want to drop it immediately onto GH. Will be set up by the Yules. They've got the combo. Snap's going to be out. GH won't manage to get it. There's the BKB Shashro. Putting the Doom down onto a full HP WeHar. So WeHar will be fine. He just won't be able to use any abilities for now. FNG's turned upon. They've lost 1-for-1 at the moment as both supports will fall. But Nigma, they're ready to keep this fight going. The Doom, it's about to win. Snap Vampire quickly forward as Timbersaw bounces onto Shashlow's Doom. It's 2 dead on them. FN, he's separated. The song setup's there, buying time for Kuro to head over and help Mind Control kill off the Pugna. As here they have it. FN, he cannot run. Sorry, it wasn't Kuro, it's a miracle. Everybody else comes over to see the death of FM once more. It is getting bloody right now. 26 to 8. Gambit, they just haven't been able to find any sort of play going their way.
Such a tough Doom game to start with. You do not have a clear target. If you don't use Arcane, you will run away. Mind Control without mana.
Too much for Dream to deal with. Vampire rolls in. He is almost certainly going to fall. No way out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's looking a little bit hopeless now for Gambit. I don't know how they can swing this one back in. It's 8K not necessarily the scariest of disadvantage to be at, but it's just the draft, the lineup. What can it do? When it's behind Nigma, they're going up to the high ground, fighting around the team. It'll be okay here as
Dire's structures are
got enough regen,
fortified.
having the pipe. He's far too tanky, and this whole game, Mind Control, he's just been allowed to free farm. 13,000 net worth at the moment at 23 minutes in. Shashlo, he's popped the BKB, but it's just a BKB, a walk in, a hello, and a goodbye. So what can they do inside the base? Losing heroes, unable to push Nigma back. They'll take this tier 3 tower, Nigma.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Or is it?
I mean,
it was just Kuro with Boots of Travel tipping, with the TP scroll tipping back has Boots of Travel to come back into your team fight. Also, beat, but a lot of it, Echo.
GH is in. Sam's there as well as the fish and Snapfire. Mortimer's Kiss is raining down from above. They will be able to split get away. The combo this time won't kill them. So that is a couple of ults down from Nigma. Doesn't get the job done. Onto Gambit. In the trees, though, they've found excess Vampire out and alone outside of the base. No chance for him to escape. Greaves done on Miracles, so the aura is building up for Nigma. They really can now just stay sat outside the base of Gambit. They've got the sustain to keep themselves here.
Mark once again.
Get him once.
A lot of damage.
Off the back of that first kill, can they get more? GH throwing the Fisher out. The Doom has been dropped onto Weehar. Weehar's going to need assistance. He's stuck inside of the base here. Kuro outside goes to Heals from weapon, but won't be able to execute it. They do lose Weehar. The Doom's successful this time. With him as deep as he was, Nigma could not get him out. Now Gambit is their time to strike. They've got to hit back hard. They'll look towards Miracle. The rest of Nigma get themselves ready. Miracle goes to the TP out, but Vampire cancels the TP. A double kill. Finally, Gambit able to get together some sort of play as Nigma, they just died that little bit too deep. Weehar caught on the high ground. No backup can get to him. Gambit will finally push back Nigma.
On the top lane, meanwhile, Nagasari almost took the connect. Vampire, we talked about how he needs to be more active, redeem himself for a bad game in game number 1, and right now he's doing it. He's been waiting 20-25 minutes.
Yes, kills like those in this sort of part of the game. You know, this is, everything's against Gambit now. They're holding the base. It's hard. Mind Control's farm does continue to spiral out of control. When he starts to build into that heart, he is going to be a huge issue. Not that he isn't one already. I mean, he's 6-0-8. They've been unable to do anything about the Naga Sirens game. This is not an easy comeback for Gambit, but maybe there's some way they can make it happen. Nigma, they have had big leads before where they've made these sort of mistakes. Cores have been going up to high ground unnecessarily, and then the turnaround has come into play. Gambit, there's still a glimmer of hope for them.
There is, but this Clark needs to be more careful. Also, what Nigma needs to do is kill that Pugna's ward. It dismantled Lashrak in the previous fight.
Outside the base once more. GH, he's there waiting for an opportunity to jump in if Gambit do overcommit onto Weehar. Present the Timber at the front.
Where are you going?
GH, he's just got to wait for the counterplay. No need to reveal himself until that is required. FNG starting to harass Weehar a bit with the impetus.
To attend us.
Greaves are out. GH does step forward.
Siege, healer axes are gone.
It's down. Nigma, they get what they came for in this top lane. We'll see if they want to reposition elsewhere and try to repeat the play on the mid as they do swing around. Over to the mid they go. Dream still about 1,400 gold away from having the BKB done, and until that point, his impact in the fights is not going to be great. There's far too many stuns for him to really head in. Desperately needing that item pickup before Gambit can really use the Slark to his full power. FNG's stepping out with the smoke, trying to scout, see if there's anyone close by on the high ground. Break it. They've got the ward down, so they do see Nigma's positioning. Another GH is separated from the squad, and they'll try and find him, but GH is quick with the blink. Over he goes, up to the hills, and he's out. And now We Are heading in, tries to punish Gambit for this attempt to try and grab onto Shaker, but they won't get it.
If they can get a good song just to cancel the whole fight once Doom is used, I think they're just gonna go in and finish the game.
Mind control is he's just sort of a whole nother problem for Gambit. How on earth do they deal with this Naga Siren? It's 9k lead, 30-11, 28 minutes in. The always continuing to be held right up to the doors of the base of Gambit. Nigma eyeing up that second set of melee racks. We'll see what they can get. The illusions slowly sieging down the mid-tier 3 tower. Dream is just pushing out top, does come back, was trying to get as many waves as he could, and he got enough. The BKB now done on Slark. They have got those items, both FN and Dream with BKBs ready to fight with.
This is what Nigma does. They come inside your base, forcing you to make a move, make a mistake, and this is where they shine. Like, they're so far ahead right now that you can't afford to make a mistake. No buyback, only Doom has a buyback on Gambit's side.
Understandable, you know, Gambit, there's no way they're winning fights without investing fully in these items. They've gone fully in with these purchases, trying to do something on the spot, and they've got to somehow get We Are away as he is slowly tickling down the tower. Shadow is able to get in and find the Doom onto the Naga Siren, but he's already separated, he's able to get away. FN committing with the BKB, GH and We Are trying to sneak away in the trees. We Are turns with the Chakram, jump forward, sneaking light train down low, they'll kill off the Shaker. Now they've got to look for more. Shadow and Dream continue to commit in the trees, roll forward, they charged him up, he's yielding up the Earth in response. One of his kisses are coming down, Dream, he's trying to fight on his 3 of them, put the BKB in the Shadow Dance, he has to run. Exit Vampire's down for a minute, no buyback. Shadow BKB, but the 4 members of Nigma will continue to chase him down. He's got decent movement speed, but the BKB ends, he's netted up, he'll fall. He does have buyback himself, but that was Gambit's attempt to fight with these newly picked up BKBs, and it didn't do enough. They kill the Shaker, but they get nothing else, so they lose 2 of their own.
When you see your Slark with BKB and ulti running away, you know it's time to write something in the old pad.
It doesn't feel great when you see that item and ability active at the same time. It's not been the way you want to take the fight. These bottom racks, Gambit, they're just going to have to watch them go.
Miracle did a good job in the previous fight. He got rid of that Vord from Pogna with his third ability.
Has been killed.
And there we go. Bottom racks taken. Nigma, they know that they can start to just threaten the tier 4 towers.
Dire structures are
It's
fortified.
been very hard for Gambit to push them off any of the barracks. Pushing them off the tier 4s is going to be just as impossible as it seems. Dream forced to pop the Shadow Dance. GH is in with the Echo Stone. They have the control through the Shadow Dance. Dream will pop the BKB, but he's dead and gone. 70 seconds, no buyback. Vampire tries to roll away, but Crow gets him, locks him off. Vampire will fall as Nigma, they pretty much have just done it here. GG is indeed called as Nigma will knock into the series is 2-0 as they knock Gambit down and out. And they did it, they proved something to the critics. I don't know quite what, but they made these rolls once again. This time it worked perfectly. Mind controls Naga Siren, it was flawless. He played this game as if he's been playing carries